YouTube fans, this is Zuby Masters returning to my Let's Play of Danganronpa.
Right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end. The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. first, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Up if you would. Please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally right. The blackened this time, the true killer who deceived the whole stinking scheme was Celestial Ludenberg, or more precisely, Takada Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's in the two was beyond my calculation.
I knew it.
So he really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on his speciality to lie. My speciality? Don't mean that. I don't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know. I knew you'd figure out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I avoid mentioning it by name. It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka are both super into. Talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one who stole it. That's right.
I see.
And used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meet about how it disappeared, I planned Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could come talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay
It
with
was
this?
Taka. He stole it.
Yeah!
What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? Turned out I found it, the use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier, took pictures of from here. I deleted the pictures as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how'd he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You were correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
Did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I don't do as he asked, he'll show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. About to say something I never said before in my life.
Unforgivable!
to fucking kill him!
Most
Hey,
unfortunate.
please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hand.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
Escape, I mean, Taka's going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And I'll keep that bastard.
This is unforgivable!
Bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She
I swear
I
I
have to
will save her!
actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens that I come up with a... I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful... That is... What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad. It would seem. You disgusting.
I see.
I have another question for you. What was that strange costume Hifumi created?
indeed.
It was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was something to hide the face and general body style. I had no idea he made something like that, but it was my fault for picking him the first one.
But
So why did you decide to make me the subject? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
In that regards, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
well,
When you were explaining your plan to Fumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Fumi supposed to do after that, assuming you actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed it? Well, of course, that wasn't all that there had to it. As if I explained it to Fumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Fumi would have had an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that he believed it. It all seemed very straightforward, stereotypically. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Fumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean!
You sound like Byakuya.
I wonder
No,
about that.
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In the aspects, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take this
What
thing?
the heck?
Is it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not there all is to it. For the moment our new life has begun, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie!
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in there.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out every day with fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life there would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There's no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what's that dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? And gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly anesthetic world of death.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was only one dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million that would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be
unfortunately
done.
my jam has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You're so passionate, but you really were able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There is simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My abilities to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The consciousness deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I would think come back as Marie and Philip.
Hey,
You just get executed again. So smiled, and when she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must be her final lie. That weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Alright, well, you're all done? Okay, let's get rolling. I can disturb the peace. It must be the plan.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gamble.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
It's over. Third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone could have cut her free of their regrets from the outside world. Some more people had to go.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do you care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh, what's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Oh man,
How
jeez, oh man, jeez. What do you
exciting.
mean what I did to? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go enjoy your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What does that mean? Celeste probably hid it.
Hey!
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtyard and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on!
That's not why I need. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is just gonna draw more attention to me.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byaki.
Well
And it's up to you now.
then. Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Don't forget what Hina said. Everyone head to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko here alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
You need to get back to that locker. Take the piece left and give it her and unlock it. As the locker swung open, we saw.
You really came.
Morning. Wow. Sweet, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It's like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet like the entire time. I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. Doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second, since we have this opportunity? I want to be honest. With you. But please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come with me?
however,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. just make me more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation time. You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? No! I believe in
What?
you. Believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I wanted you to tell me. And I want you to believe me too. Because we're friends. Understand?
It's true.
Maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. See? What I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. I told Kyoko I believed in her. She told me a story that was most unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. When I did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor. And this storage closet there, way in the back. She said there's a way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but Kyoko really be right about this? It's a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. Really be hidden? You said it was like serious? I don't think I placed my hand on the back of the storage. Same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. No idea what was going on. The back of the storage. Turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' back, there's a store. Way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. This is the secret room. What's in? A bunch of files and what looks like a volume after volume of earphones. They're all covered in dust. Looks like everything in one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope to the Academy student registration. It's the only thing that's in here not covered in dust. I had a chance to take a look at it. A slip of paper fell on the file and I turned my attention to it. This must not leave. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it. You can leave, but you must not leave. What is this? My head feels funny. Strange situation. It's like deja vu. These words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang out from through my head. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what started it. It's all over. With that, I opened my eyes. I don't know how long it has been. Hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. Dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. It's gone. It's all gone. The yearbook, the student registration, and even the note had fallen off the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? My brain refused to do any more work. So this pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. Now, I have to go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The further I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. I stopped myself from collapsing right there. As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from the gym. As I desperately haul my shaking frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Gargan, Gargan. What's going on? Can't be nothing. In the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound came from inside. Meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Yeah, yeah. Great battle beyond anything humanity possible. No one's side is not human, that's for sure. Regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Yep.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Killed Sakura. Monokuma killed Junko. And Leon got executed. And Mondo killed Chihiro. My car? No, my car is a 2005. Oh, it's 2005? Yeah. So now only 5 of us left. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has been commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can it really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more.
Okay.
Wait, in that case, I'll eat till we pass out. What do you mean in that case? Because look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because we're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? You fill your bellies, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and we'll eat till we can't stand up.
What?
It's like a deep impact style meteor impact extinction level event combination of food. Those are both breakfast top sellers. Still, the till we can stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right, since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in despair just yet. That's right, we have a plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it!
Yeah, think happy thoughts, no deadly thoughts.
You know?
Like, when we're going to get out of here, right?
For serious.
This is all over. I think I want to get reborn for Siri. Reborn as someone serious.
Well...
What are you talking about? That sounds like someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. What makes you so sure?
According to the spirits...
I predicted it last night since it revealed itself to me from the ether. There's no doubt about it.
However,
How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult
yeah.
mystery.
It's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right
The
sometimes.
occult is bullcrap.
I told you my fortune telling is an occult thing.
So,
Fortune telling isn't a cult.
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. Cattle what?
So,
He's referring to the urban legends where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No, you're calling it an urban legend. As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I had never been before. They claimed their patties were 100. So I got a burger and headed home.
but
And before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
Was it?
How about that?
I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're from the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of. How dare you? Well, you do stink though. That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. At the very least, I won't murder anyone.
yeah!
Me either. I mean, I would never.
of course.
Me either.
indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too. Of course, I could never kill any of my friends. Like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After all, so much sacrifice and hardship, we finally become united. But,
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too.
But...
But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove. We were united for the time being, but when that bond had weakened, search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dine hall. We had to figure out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you like it and stay tuned.